Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Campaign Against Cancer, coming to you live from Denver, Colorado at the Wizard's Chest. My name for Back to Dials is Asa Graff, and I am joined by my good friend and co-host, Mr. Benjamin Hamer. Ben.
Asa.
Say something.
Something.
Welcome to Back to Dials. This is going to be a fantastic event. We got some snow last night, and it's gone now. In typical
as is Colorado.
Yeah, I know, in typical second winter fashion right here. All right, so we have two local legends here on the stream. On the bottom, we have Paul Fuller, and on the top, we've got Duhtch Cuthbert.
Yeah, I am really excited to see this matchup, even though Duhtch is flying the list I've seen 1,000 times.
Yeah, that Miranda Nym.
But I think this is going to be a really, really good game to watch.
I do too. Now, on the bottom there, we've got Bossk and Ketsu. When we get the squad list up, we'll be able to see exactly what is there. But Ketsu is an interesting choice versus like that Time Walk Asajj. What do you think you might be going for there, Ben?
Well, just based on what I can see down there, it looks to me almost like his idea is that he's sick of Time Walk Asajj and is doing basically the same
Time
thing with
Walk Ketsu instead, yeah.
Because I see the countermeasures, I see the double glitter stims, and then I see Shadowcaster title and Security Droid, and it looks like a crack shot, which is an interesting choice.
To put a little bit more, I mean, I do like that Ketsu right there. It can, being higher pilot skill than, say, Miranda, if he had veteran instincts, which unfortunately he does not. But he could be looking to put some tractor beams out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm very curious to see what his game plan here is. I don't really see a lot of Ketsu. The only time I ever really see Ketsu is when they're also already flying Asajj. Now,
this is going to be a really good time for us to take a real quick break from talking about these lists until we get them up, and say that we're streaming live from the Campaign Against Cancer. This is an event that happens yearly. This year, our goal nationwide is $25,000. So right now, across the country and in Canada and Australia, there's 25 cities, between 25 and 27, I can't remember the exact number, with over 900 people signed up, almost 1,000 people, playing X-Wing today, benefiting St. Jude's Children's Research Center. Now, we do have some great prizes, don't we, Ben?
Oh yeah, everything I've seen it makes me jealous that I'm not playing right now, even though I know I would never win any of them.
In particular, for this first round, we are giving away one Lego Mini Microfighter kit. You might have seen it in the promo reel at the beginning. A mini Lego Millennium Falcon to the first person to donate $10 to St. Jude's Children's Research Center at the donation link bit.ly/CAC Denver. That's going to be at the bottom of your screen this entire event. That's bit.ly/CAC Denver, and then send your receipt to feedback@backtodials.com. Now, if you miss your chance to get that first one, every $10 donation made today will get you into the raffle for a couple of excellent prizes. Maybe between rounds we'll be able to showcase some of those canvas prints firsthand, because those are top-notch.
Oh, yeah. So I just want to say, prizes aside, really, if you donate, this is a great cause to be donating toward. It's one that has personally been very close to me at points in my life. So it's really, you should be, prizes aside, just donate for it to be a good cause.
Yes, donate to St. Jude's. This is through Twin Sons Charities, an X-Wing focused charity that was actually founded in South Bend, Indiana 5 years ago. For this specific reason. Chad Heffley is the man behind all of this. Let's give him a big internet round of applause.
Woo,
right
I'm sure
here.
This sounds great on the mic.
Yeah, this is an excellent microphone sound right there. But this has been going on for 5 years now. Last year we raised $21,000. This year we're going for $25,000, and with your help we can definitely do that again. That donation link at the bottom of your screen is bit.ly/CAC Denver. First person to get $10 in, send your receipt to feedback@backtodials.com, will receive a Lego Millennium Falcon kit. All right, let's get back to some of these lists.
I donate.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I'll be the first, and you don't even have to mail it to me. I'll just go grab it.
Yeah, just right out of our big prize bucket. Anyways, let's get back to looking at some of these lists. Now, Miranda Nym is very well known. A lot of that Ketsu Bossk stuff is not, but Bossk is an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the list quite yet, but I have seen Paul fly Bossk a lot. So I suspect that this Bossk is going to be kind of a different. Usually, a lot of people fly Mangler cannon. I've seen him lately flying it with guidance chips and harpoon missiles.
Yes. Now let's actually. Adam says he's ready with the list. Let's actually get to the list. We'll be right back and start this game. And we're here with round one of the Back to Dials X-Wing campaign against Cancer in Denver, Colorado. On the top of your screen, local legend Duhtch Cuthbert with Captain Nym and Miranda Nym.
And on the other side, we have Paul Fuller with Bossk and Ketsu Onyo.
Now, real quick, Ben, we've gotten a challenge in the stream chat here. You have been challenged to a long-awaited rematch for Steven Sire's 100th game.
Yeah, so me and Sire and I have a small rivalry going because we've only ever played 2 games against each other, and he won one of those and I won the other. So we've been waiting to get our tiebreaker in for a while now.
A tiebreaker. Now, these are 2 people that play each other all the time, Paul and Duhtch. Paul, local legend, Paul, local legend, Duhtch. Now we can see that Bossk Ketsu, 2 crack shots there on that side of the table.
Yeah, so this is a really interesting, looking at his Bossk here, he's actually flying concussion missiles, which
interesting
is
call.
Yeah, that's a different choice. I don't know that I've ever seen concussion missiles on the table actually.
Well, I mean I have seen concussion missiles a lot before harpoon missiles happen.
Yeah,
so they cost the same, so that's an interesting choice. Let's see if that actually pays off for him, but I think it's Paul Fuller. He's going to have a game plan. Now, he's coming up slowly on the other side of the board. Ketsu doing a 2 straight up the right-hand side. I'm sure Bossk is going to follow close behind. Both of these ships are at pilot skill 7 down below PS10 and 8. Both of those harpoon missiles.
Yeah, so I suspect that the reason behind the concussion missiles here is that Bossk doesn't necessarily like to keep his crits in order to trigger that harpooned condition.
Right.
So concussions are going to be kind of the easier trigger. Now, Nym and Miranda don't necessarily always like to fly close to each other. I've seen them done a couple different ways, so we'll kind of see how that goes.
I definitely think that the Duhtch might be setting up for some kind of break and re-engage type thing here. Or it could just be one of those things where they're going to line up on one side of the table and blast each other and see who comes out on top. Now that usually comes out in favor of Nym and Miranda, but Bossk and Ketsu are some hell of... Like, they hit so hard. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. If there was ever anything to give the Nym and Miranda a run for its money, I think this is going to be it.
Absolutely.
I've flown against Nym Miranda a lot. I've flown against Duhtch's Nym Miranda a few times. So from what I've seen, I suspect he's going to keep them together for a little bit, come in for the initial joust, and get those harpoon missiles off. And then he's going to run and throw bombs at you for the rest of your life.
Yep, that's how Nym Miranda operates. Now, Ketsu Bossk over here, obviously I think Paul's first target's going to be Miranda. Does Duhtch have a first target? It looks like he's laying in some locks onto Bossk.
Yeah, I think Bossk is definitely the first target here. He's a lot easier to take down than Ketsu, I think.
Right, double glitterstim plus countermeasures is going to be tough.
Yeah, and personally, I don't know. I would probably go after the Ketsu first just because I am terrified of tractor beams, and I don't like them being on the table for any longer than they have to be. But
that is true.
But I definitely see it. You can take Bossk off the table a lot faster than Ketsu, and taking down Ketsu when she's the only one to take down is going to be way easier. Right,
with just like a running Miranda and a running Ketsu, that's going to be a battle that eventually I believe Miranda can come out on top of.
Is there a battle Miranda does not come out on top of?
Not really. It is Miranda Nym that we're talking about here.
Yeah, so I definitely think that Miranda is going to be the first. Personally, she'd be my first target here. Just burn her down as fast as possible.
That regeneration needs to get down. We've got a message from John Conley to us.
Just want to let you guys know, one of the first giveaways I did is I asked everybody in the room who was flying Miranda. 3 people came forward, rolled a die, so I gave away my spot gloss Miranda from the System Open to Duhtch, who now has a bounty on his head. Whoever kills Miranda, I will give another prize.
All right, so in case you didn't catch that, we do have bounties on the heads of Miranda Nym players here, Duhtch especially being one of the most well-known locally, getting that spot gloss Miranda card if you kill his Miranda Nym. So let's see if Paul will be able to pull this off, and that 2 bank around the rock is just barely going to fit. An excellent Yeah. Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it is just barely too far away, I think, to get the target lock there, which is a shame, so Bossk won't be able to pop his concussion missiles.
Yeah, that is a shame for sure, but I think... I don't think he's in too much trouble there, since he's got plenty of other options later. For
now,
that.
here's exactly what we were talking about with Miranda there. With that turret, she's going to be really able to run around and drop bombless behind her. She's turning out. I'm assuming that Nym is actually going to, he's going to, what looks like pop a bomb out the front there with a trajectory simulator, sealing off that lane of pursuit. I think that's a really good plan.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, because he can hold that, it's not going to blow up and hurt Miranda at all.
Yeah, so this is actually interesting. So I'm looking at Duhtch's list here, and I know you guys talked to him on your podcast a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Some amount of time. My podcast backlog is really backed up, so I just listened to it the other day.
After Salt Lake.
Yeah, so he his list has actually changed a little bit since then. He was for a while running the oh my god, what am I looking for? Replacement Advanced Slam.
Yeah. Experimental interface with some cluster bombs.
I am so tired. Yeah, so he's, instead of flying the cluster mines and experimental interface, he's running long-range scanners on Miranda.
Now, real quick, I just want to point out something here. Duhtch has made a really good call here, seeing that left turn for Bossk and Ketsu is really blocked off, and so he's using those asteroids to exploit his turret advantage, because Bossk would like to do a bank at this point and try to get in behind them, but he doesn't really have a great place to do so, so he's probably going to have to go straight. And then,
Bossk basically wants to go exactly where... And I just now noticed that Nym does not have a bomblet generator. Those are proton bombs.
Yes.
And Bossk kind of wants to go exactly where that proton bomb is, which is unfortunate.
Right, because of that rock on his left corner, he's going to have to go straight.
Yeah.
Now, he will still be able to get a shot because he has that 180-degree arc.
Yeah, and of course, he always has the option of a zero stop, but he needs his target lock here to get his missiles off, so that's not really an option at this point.
Right, for sure.
I would personally probably go for a 1 straight here into a zero stop next round and just hope that I'm just out of the range of that bomb if Duhtch decides to set it off. But,
yeah, I think so. Maybe a 1-2 straight, something like that. Yes. So the other thing that maneuver does is if Bossk does move forward, it puts him behind Miranda, right? Which is exactly where she wants people, right? If she's not getting harpoons off, she wants people right behind him. Now, what Paul would want to do here is try to come into the side. That's how you combat bomb. And like Miranda with the bombs and the harpoons, you got to get in on her side. And Duhtch has expertly blocked that off, forced him to now come in behind.
Yeah, this
with
is
that great rock
really
placement and the excellent turn in.
Yeah, this has been a really good initial engagement for Duhtch. I also want to bring to attention, for those who may not know this, although I'm sure most people do by now, the official ruling for twin laser turret and harpooned condition interaction is that twin laser turret will always set off the harpooned condition with uncancelled crits, regardless of who has the initiative.
Yes.
So that's another thing that Paul really needs to watch out for, because he's running 2 ships that are very susceptible to twin laser turret.
So while we are setting dials here, just one last reminder, we are broadcasting here for the campaign against cancer. We got 19 chat or Twitch viewers right now. I'm not exactly sure how many on YouTube. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Uncle Mark from OCX, thank you for jumping in here. We are broadcasting live from the Denver, Colorado campaign against cancer here at the Wizard's Chest on 5th and Broadway.
4th and Broadway.
Whatever. It's somewhere in Broadway, raising money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Oh, interesting here.
This is,
Paul has done an excellent rocky maneuver or rock avoidance maneuver right there.
Yeah, so I have a theory on what's about to happen next, but
probably a 1 straight and a bump from Mr. Bossk
exactly.
right there.
Basically giving him a pseudo zero stop without the stress.
Now, here's one thing. I believe that those target locks, Adam, if you could actually tell Paul that those target locks are illegal on a Back to Dial stream, and we will not allow them to be used. Maybe if we had our own Back to Dials target locks, we might be able to use that. Now, I didn't think a turn there would clear, but since Paul has a better eye than me,
I thought that was going to hit that rock.
Right. Since Paul has a better eye than me, I think he's salvaged the situation, set himself up really nicely. Now, he is going to go across that rock next turn. but he
Right,
has Glitter
but
Stim.
he's got
he has
Glitter Stim, he's
Outlock
got-
Tech. He has
yeah.
K4. He's got so much going on for Ketsu, and I'm assuming that her arc is going to be facing off to the right there.
Yep.
He's going to be able to still be taking shots, still be on the side of Miranda, and maybe even get in a spot to start heading her off at the pass right there.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
That Ketsu is super fast.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think Duhtch definitely had Paul on his back foot right from the get-go in this game, and Paul has responded to that.
Absolutely.
expertly.
Now, I think Ketsu's in a great position. Bossk is still going to be kind of lagging behind, so it's going to be, I think, up to Paul to move Bossk into a position where he can be extremely useful, right?
Right. So, interesting thing here, I see that it looks like Bossk just took the 0 stop instead
Yes.
of the 1 straight bump, which
Interesting one.
Which is an interesting
He does
choice.
have Contraband Cybernetics, so he can execute red maneuvers while stressed for 1 turn if he needs to stop again next round.
Right, and he can also take actions while stressed
Right.
with Contraband to get him that concussion missile target lock if he
Exactly.
needs it.
Exactly. So he's not in a bad position right here.
He's not in a bad position, but Contraband Cybernetics is definitely something that you really want to think about when you're using it, because that is at least 2 stress tokens stacked on you.
Right. Now, the other
once you
thing that
use
he
it.
can do, he can bump first next round with green 1 straight and clear that stress.
Well, depending... Oh, no, they're both PS7. Yeah, no,
Right.
yeah, he can do that.
All right, now we do have some shots coming in. It looks like Captain Nym is going to be firing first onto Ketsu. Onyo right there. I don't think that Paul has popped any glitter stem. I think that's fine. He's not taking any harpoon missiles. He doesn't need
Yeah, I
it
think
at this
he
point.
definitely should save those glitter stems for when he really needs them.
Absolutely. Here comes
Especially
the first
for
twin
when he's
laser
gonna be
turret
flying.
shot. Let's get that dice cam up. I think we see 2 results right there. Yep, a hit and a crit. Responding with at least 1 blank there, so 1 damage is going to go through into Ketsu. Second shot coming in from Nym.
I see
A lot of
2
blanks.
blanks
He's going
and
to
some
re-roll
paint.
with that target lock.
Yep, clearing out the target lock, and here comes the reroll. This is weird shoutcasting. I see a lot of paint now.
I see, yep, 2 results, another hit and a crit, and Ketsu is going to take
Yep.
that. So 2 shields down from the first volley off Captain Nym on Ketsu Onyo. Here comes the twin laser turret then from Miranda. This is not great. I think Paul would have liked to see a little bit more of a miss there, but...
Yep. Yeah, for sure, but definitely not a death sentence yet. The fact that Duhtch was unable to get those harpoons off in the initial engagement
Right.
is kind of working to Paul's favor here.
It's going to make this game last longer, which is, I think, what he wants. Now,
this
we
point-
have she's spending her focus to get 3 results in there, 3 hits, and
Yep, so nothing
complete
Ketsu
blanks.
can do about that.
Only 1, the twin laser shots landing right there. So that's all right. 1 shield left from Ketsu, and we're going to fire back at Miranda.
Okay, so that answers my question, which was going to be, where is Ketsu's firing arc right now?
Right.
But I think I just got my answer.
Firing arc is, in fact, to the right, and we'll get confirmation when she does elect to move that. We have 3 hits,
3
natural hits right there
That's
coming in against
definitely
Miranda.
what you want against a Miranda.
Absolutely. You can start stripping her shield, so when that harpoon does come in, it's not going to be quite as effective. 2 shields off of Miranda right there. The initial
Yeah, so
transaction...
definitely a good shot for Paul there. Taking shields off of Miranda one at a time is pointless.
Right.
So,
And Bossk is out of range. The initial trade right here, actually, in, I believe, Duttch's favor, taking, 3 shields off of Ketsu for 1 shield off of Miranda?
2 shields off of
2
Miranda,
shields
but
off of
yes.
Miranda.
Yeah, that was
in
Oh,
fact,
that
never
was a
mind. The
shot
White
against
Devil
Nym.
Nym. Captain Nym got shot.
an interesting first target. I think I would have gone after Miranda, because you're not gonna if these 2 ships manage to take out one of yours, you're not gonna beat Miranda in a duel in the end game.
Right, while
But,
we still have a little bit of firepower on the board. Nym is down now, 2 shields. He did already pop one of those proton bombs. Now, let's see, going back to dials here, where do you think everybody's going to be going?
So I'm expecting probably a straight maneuver from Bossk into a bump, and then Ketsu. I would guess that Ketsu is looking to just bank over that rock, try to get Miranda, or probably Miranda, into both firing arcs to use those tractor
Drop
beams.
some tractors, yeah.
Yeah. Which, depending on where Miranda goes, there's a potential that both Bossk and Ketsu could shoot at her this turn, and that Ketsu could get a tractor beam onto her.
Now, while we are waiting for these excellent players to set their dials, I think let's get a quick look at some of the prizes we got for the X-Wing campaign against Cancer. The Back to Dials podcast is raising money for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Every donation, that's right, every donation, can win one of the awesome prizes we've had donated to the stream by our community. Each $10 donation gets you entered to win, and be the first to donate every round to receive some more amazing prizes. Keep watching the stream to learn how, and donate to the campaign against cancer at www.twinsonscharities.org/store. Find the full donation link to St. Jude's in the stream description. And we are back to Dials. With that round beginning with us away, Bossk is done. In fact, the one straight and bump. Ketsu just went 3 straight through the rock, trying to head Miranda off from getting a sneaky left-hand turn back there behind Bossk. I think that's the right move.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, so no damage from the rock for Ketsu here. Ketsu? I thought Ketsu still had one shield left.
Ketsu still had one shield. I thought Nym was supposed to be down a couple. Oh, that's right. Ketsu only has 3 shields. Yeah, she only has a couple shields.
Yeah.
Yep, she had 3. She lost 3. Now, how about Captain Nym right there? Doesn't he already only have 8 hit points? No, they've got 10.
They've got 10.
That frickin' thing's got 10, doesn't it? All right.
Hey, at least that one doesn't regen shields.
Right.
So
this is interesting here with that turn from Nym. Paul, I think, has effectively herded Miranda and Nym back into a favorable position for Bossk to come back in, right?
Yeah, for
perhaps
sure.
taking a wider angle out to the right?
Yeah, so the problem is with herding a Miranda Nym is that even while you're herding them and they're on the retreat, they're dropping bombs at you. Here we have a TLT shot from Miranda coming onto Ketsu.
That's a lot of paint right there.
And not enough paint on Paul's side.
Yeah, another shield, or this is now into Hull onto Ketsu.
Yeah, so
So while I think Paul is doing really well in this positional game, I really think that he needs to start putting some serious damage in.
Yeah, I think he needs to get a little more aggressive with Bossk in particular.
Yep.
I see not enough paint again, so there's 2 hull into Ketsu.
So Ketsu now on 5 hull. That could be one good harpoon missile.
Yeah, this, hopefully Ketsu can get a good shot in here and use her crack shot to get some damage through before she goes.
Ketsu firing at Miranda out there at range 3,
and
getting a hit
the
and a
target
crit.
lock.
Nice
so
shot.
2 hits and a crit. We got 2 dice from Miranda here. I see
one
one evade. And I think Paul is probably debating whether to crack that away.
It looks like he elected not to.
I personally would have, but maybe
I think maybe do that when you can get a crit through onto Miranda's hull, or get the last shield off.
True. Yeah. So I think how many shields does a K-wing start with? 4, right?
K-wing starts, yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be tough to get through, that's for sure.
It is. I honestly think that he needs to chance that proton bomb and just shoot forward with Bossk at this point.
Yeah,
he needs to get some serious damage through to start winning this race.
Remind me the effect of a proton bomb.
A proton bomb just deals you a face-up damage card.
Okay, yeah, so it'll be a big risk, but I think it's the only way that he's gonna... I mean, Bossk has taken no other damage yet.
Right.
So I think it's probably going to be his best option here.
Yep. Now, we definitely have a comment in the chat. Use that crack shot or lose that crack shot. I think that's very valid. The only problem is Miranda, if you use it on shield, you might lose it anyway. It might end up being a waste.
It's definitely a good point, but I don't think Ketsu is really going to last long enough to get hull damage into Miranda. I think that... And Bossk also still has a crack shot to use to get some...
That's true. Now, that said, I definitely think that she could get hull damage into Miranda with a good shot and a follow-up, like a shot from Boston to follow up. Now, but that's the thing.
It's definitely possible.
That's the thing. They need to come together.
Yeah.
They need to be applying mass firepower instead of just piecemeal plinking away, because Duhtch's list is so much better at that.
Right. Yeah, and I'm definitely I don't know what Duhtch's plan here is. He's a much better player than I am, so he probably won't do what I'm about to suggest. But if it were me on Duhtch's side of the board here, for this next round, I would probably be moving Miranda out of the way and turn Nym into the left in an attempt to get a harpoon off onto Ketsu, which Paul may or may not see coming. But if Nym gets a successful harpoon through, actually, Ketsu still has her countermeasures to strip away that target lock.
That's true, but he would get a primary primary weapon shot.
He would get a primary weapon shot, but it won't be as deadly. And he'll get if he has to move and he tries to take his target lock, then his primary weapon shot will, as a result, be unmodified.
That's true. The other thing to remember here is if he sits in front of Ketsu for next turn, Ketsu will move first. And if you don't kill her, she will bump you, move her arc, tractor beam him onto a rock, and that could be all she wrote. So that would be a very dangerous maneuver for Duhtch to do, actually.
Yeah, now that I realize there's the countermeasures on the board, now that we flesh this out a little more, that's a bad move.
Hey, yeah, no, it might look fine, but ultimately I think you're right, Ben. It's maybe not a bad move, but certainly a suboptimal move.
Yeah, see, if I were playing the game right now, I would have done that because I wouldn't have said all of that out loud and realized, oh, countermeasures are on the other side of the board. Because I always forget about the target lock stripping portion of countermeasures.
Yes. All right, so here indeed does come Ketsu banking 3 around that.
We've got a bank with the K4 security droid target lock and
then there's
an
evade
action.
Good call.
Yep, definitely a good call.
Absolutely needs to start reducing the damage.
Yeah, for sure. Depending on the maneuvers from Nym and Miranda here, I'm expecting at least one glitter stem pop.
Right.
But
that is assuming that they're all in range, because they could just shoot back up towards the top of the board, and we could see
try to reset.
Exactly.
Yep. So here we have a bomblet drop from Miranda out the back, of course, because that's how bombs work.
Right.
The only bomber I ever flies Death Rain, so...
I mean, that's an interesting bomblet. I'm not exactly sure if he's just dropping it for the hell of it right there, or if he plans to maybe hold it with Nym instead of that proton bomb.
I think he's probably expecting to catch Bossk with that proton here and hold the bomblet. I
think that proton is still out of range.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Yep. Sometimes you just drop bomblets because you can.
Yeah, because exactly. And Nym is banking right, indeed. Duhtch does see that the too hard turn. Yep, absolutely. I wonder if he contemplated a too hard turn right there.
Yeah, I probably would have done it without thinking, and my Nym would be dead right now. So.
Yep. All right, so here comes some shots. Looks like we're going to get nothing from Nym.
Yeah, but I definitely see that Miranda looks to be in range here.
Absolutely. Not even checking those bombs.
So let's...
Now, if he's got, I think he's got to decide whether or not to hold a bomb before he blows them up, right?
Yes, but he has to decide which one he's going to hold. But he was checking for a target lock on Nym.
I see. No, that makes more sense. So he can see whether or not he wants to barrel roll back in. Looks like he does.
So here's the barrel roll in, hoping to get into that TLT range again.
Right. Now, at this point...
I don't know if that will quite make it, but it's going to be close.
Now, at this point,
so
Paul...
he's holding the bomblet, and the proton
It does, in fact, catch Bossk.
That is unfortunate for Paul, since that maneuver did not result in his Bossk getting a shot. And
Bossk did pick up a console fire right there. Honestly, not the worst
it could have
been. Exactly. So all he's got to do is take an action right there.
Yeah, really, console fire may as well read, you do not get an action next round.
Right. Now we are popping glitter stim from Ketsu Bossk. I think Paul is making the right call right there, because he thinks that Captain Nym might have also been in range.
Yeah, I think that's the only way Ketsu's going to survive this.
He is rolling for console fire because it did apply this round.
No damage from console fire here.
Mm-hmm.
So we are now checking range for Nym, and it looks like if Duhtch will move his head. It looks like Nym did not get a shot here.
But Miranda definitely
does.
So here we go.
Yeah, so the glitter stim may not have been totally necessary, but he still has a second one.
He does still have a second one.
And it is way better safe than dead.
Absolutely. Use it or lose it.
All right, so Miranda has regened a shield on this first shot. I see enough paint
There's
to recover.
Yeah, plenty of evades, no damage going through right there, but Miranda did catch her shield back. Second shot firing.
And I see at least
just
paint.
One result right there. Ketsu's going to be absolutely fine.
All right, that was a good round for Ketsu, and he didn't even need the glitter stim or the evade token.
Exactly. Poncho 72601 says hello from Durango. Hello, everybody. Looks like natural hit crit in there against Miranda.
And I see
Takes
one evade.
Is he going to crack that off? He did crack shot that off.
Yep, for sure. Again, you didn't get the crit into the hull, but I think that was the right choice.
Librarian Run 101 there has a question in the chat. What do we do to donate? What do you do to donate, Ben?
Well, you get all the money you have and you throw it at the hospital doors and hope they pick it up.
Yes.
No, you go to the link at the bottom of the screen. It's down there. It is bit.ly/CAC Denver.
Right. That'll take you right to the St. Jude's donation link for Campaign Against Cancer. And if you send your receipt, make it at least a minimum $10 donation and send your receipt to feedback@backtotiles.com. If you are the first one to donate, you get a little Lego Millennium Falcon, and every $10 donation gets you entered to win our limited edition canvas prints today.
Yeah, so I actually have not seen these canvas prints
they're spectacular.
Yet, so I'm excited. I hope people start winning them so that I can look at them, just to see them.
Absolutely. No, they're spectacular. bit.ly/CAC Denver, right down there at the bottom of your screen. That'll be up this entire time. All right. Bossk did actually take a Sabine damage right there.
Oh, yep.
I
forgot about Sabine, as I always do.
Yeah, always.
I fly with Sabine, I forget I have Sabine. I fly against Sabine, I forget they have Sabine, and I die.
And
Thank
here
you.
we go.
Thank you, Mrs. Adams' mom, for a donation. I'm sorry I don't know your name.
We did. Thank you, Ingrid Katnig, for donating to the Campaign Against Cancer here. All right, so dials are down. Where do you think people are going? I'm assuming a 3-hard turn from Ketsu? Or is he going to go bank to get a little bit further around that bomblet?
Yeah, that's an interesting decision. I think the 3-hard leaves him more options for next round, but the 3 bank is a little safer around the bomb.
I mean, I wouldn't think a 3 bank, maybe a 2
Sorry,
bank.
2 bank.
Yeah.
3 bank is going to just
take you off the board. That's a bad idea.
So maybe a 3 bank just to end it, just to end the suffering.
Yep. He did maintain his target lock for last round, but he does need to take a green turn in order to get rid of that stress from Glitterstim.
Yeah, exactly. And then Bossk, I almost
Bossk
wonder
has a
if he's
4
just
straight,
gonna,
right?
He does? I think so. With him, I would either probably just go for it, fly over the rock, and try to get some shots, or play it a little safer, go around the rock, and...
Oh, yeah, there we go. 4 straight.
There we go.
4 straight right there.
And he's probably going to flip that console fire as his action,
Absolutely.
which is okay, because he still has rerolls from Dengar.
Mm-hmm.
Or...
Missed the rock. Excellent work, Bossk right there. But yeah, Dengar's still going to get him some... I mean, he might just go for a target lock and try to end it.
And hope to get some concussion missiles off. I don't know that wherever those
going for a focus.
Miranda and Nym or a focus. Okay, interesting.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, definitely not a bad choice. He's probably looking to just push damage through. I suspect that the Nym and the Miranda will not get inside that primary arc to have gotten the concussion missiles off anyway.
I don't know. There's not really much of other place for them to go.
Right, but if they move slow, there's a chance they'll remain outside of it.
Well, let's see what they're not moving slow. That looks like a 3-speed maneuver from Miranda right there. Perhaps a 3 bank.
I see a yes. I can't remember what a K-wing dial is.
That's
a 2 hard. I think that's.
I can't tell.
I cannot tell. We'll wait and see when they place the template.
Just a moment.
Rather than listening to me name off all the maneuvers I can think of.
They're dropping another bomblet right here. Probably, I like that. He is bringing that bomblet that he's holding closer to the edge. He's probably going to let that rear one detonate.
Yeah.
So that he can catch Ketsu when she comes around.
Because it's a bomblet, so it's no great loss. You have all of them. You have all the bomblets.
Yeah, it is no loss at all.
Okay, so I was correct. That is a 2 hard.
Yep, probably just trying to find a bomblet template. Yeah, see, he's right in that arc. He's right in that primary firing arc. If he had taken the target lock, he would have been able to get some concussion missiles off.
Yeah, I think he's looking to just push the damage through.
He could have pushed more
focus. Potentially. I guess we'll see.
And get a guaranteed crit, right? With the guidance chips.
Yeah, with the guidance chips, and he would have pushed some damage onto Nym as well with that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see how it plays out.
Exactly.
Maybe they know
Paul's
something
probably
we
got
don't.
another plan.
Can we draw some attention real quick? I know I do this every time, but let's draw some attention to how freaking cool Duhtch's templates are.
I can barely see them.
It's that full art K2SO and BB-8 art. on the full set of templates and the tray. It's just so cool.
Captain Nym taking a target lock against Bossk.
And
the
then-
rear bomblet detonates, and the fore
far
bomblet
one
is
stays.
hold. Is hold is held.
It is hold.
It is hold.
There's a hole
indeed.
in that bomblet. All right,
Exactly.
I see console fire. I
There's
see
a
a hit
hit.
from console fire. That is unfortunate for Bossk. And then it looks like we're checking range for Nym. Does not quite have range on Ketsu, but almost certainly does on Bossk. Yep, TLT onto Bossk from Nym. And let's
see how it rolls. We have 45 minutes left in the round. I don't think this one's going to go to time.
Oh, I doubt. If it goes to time, I will, I don't know, do something outrageous.
We've got 2 hits and a blank. That's going through, obviously. So
Yep.
1 TLT plink off of Bossk.
And here comes the second shot. I see enough
That's
paint.
enough. There's
Yep.
another one. Another
It's
TLT
another
plink on the Bossk.
I'm sorry, that one would be a plunk, because that is the second shot.
No, I think the second shot is a plank. It's plink, plank, plunk.
Oh, but that's too many shots. How do you ever get to plunk?
Miranda.
Ah,
Miranda's going to get the plunk.
Miranda,
Unless she gets
it
the
looks like
plink
she's
on
shooting
Ketsu.
back at Ketsu for a plink.
Yep, indeed.
Yep,
There's
definite
the shot.
range on Ketsu there.
Now that's nice for Ketsu because it means she does have a shot back.
Yes, for sure. And that's also nice because that means that one of those TLTs did not go off onto
Bossk, exactly.
Yeah, spreading that damage out a little bit is definitely in Paul's favor.
So Miranda is regenerating a shield. No, she's not regenerating a
she's
shield.
not.
Just trying to get... Oh, wait.
Huh?
Hang on. We have incomplete information. Duhtch is thinking.
It's not incomplete information. We have 3 sets of conflicting information coming from the room.
From
From the same person.
2 sets of conflicting information coming from this room right here where we're sitting.
Also, yes.
Adam, yes, you are doing great today. Thank you.
Yeah, you are doing great, Adam, if that's what I need to tell you to keep you doing your job.
And to not mute us.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I forget that Adam's voice is not heard on the stream, so I'll just respond to him and expect people know what's happening.
All right, we do have some shots. Does not look like
no
she's regenerating
regen
shield.
on this first shot. I
and
see
does not
one,
spend the focus.
and I see 1 evade.
Perfect. That's exactly what Paul wants.
Yeah, this is going pretty well for him, I think. And I see more. I see a regen on this one for sure. I see 2 paint. I see a hit crit. And I see 2 evades from Ketsu.
Nicely done, Ketsu.
That is really good for Paul.
Yes. Now, he's managed to avoid all damage on Ketsu this round, taking a couple on Bossk, but to his credit, has not let any harpoon missiles come off. Here comes the target lock. I do see a crit right there.
And I see
a hit and 2 crits. Miranda should still have 1 shield right now, but there's
the focus to take 1 of those crits to the shield and 1 to the hull.
Yes. So let's see what crit that we've got.
Do we know what Ketsu's action was this round?
A focus.
And we have a damaged engine on
That's
Miranda.
not great for Miranda. She really does like those 2 hearts.
Really bad for her.
And then here comes a range 3 shot from Bossk.
Yep. So here's.
He does not.
Here's a
he
reroll
does in
from
fact have
Dengar.
Dengar. So here comes a hit and a hit and a hit.
So a little unfortunate that he didn't get a crit because he's Bossk.
Right. And then he could have just killed Miranda outright right there.
Yeah.
Right. Here comes an evade. Is he going to crack shot that?
I would. I definitely would.
He is thinking. Once again, we have some thinking going on at the table.
Lots and lots.
Belinda Mood in the chat, no missile because Bossk did not have a target lock. That target lock that was on Miranda was maintained by Ketsu Onyo.
Yes. Yes, that is correct. So I think we are using the crack shot here.
1, 2, 3. Now Miranda only has 1 hull point left.
Yep. So next round it will certainly be 1 hull and 1 shield.
Yes.
But that boss can push 2 damage through easily.
Absolutely.
And I don't think there's any way for Miranda to not get shot next round.
Yeah, no, even because if Bossk just pops the contraband cybernetics, 0 stops.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. And he doesn't even necessarily need to pop the cybernetics to
right, because he'll get an outlaw tech. Now the other thing is if he really wanted to get those concussion missiles off or stop that console fire.
Right, yeah, then he'll have to use the cybernetics there.
Right.
Remind me, does concussion missiles spend your target lock to fire or no?
Yes, it does.
It does. Okay.
It requires
so,
a target lock and
Dengar
spends it.
is,
Yeah, but you got Dengar to get the rerolls, then you have Outlaw Tech for your focus, and you have guidance chips.
And how
for
many
your
dice
crit.
comes out of concussion missiles?
4.
4? Yeah, so
no,
I would really like to talk to Paul and see why he chose that over harpoons. But
yeah. Yep. Now the other thing here, I don't know. I mean, if he gets that target lock and manages to survive with Miranda, that is absolutely a kill shot on Miranda, 100%. With what he's got to modify those concussion missiles, it's going to be a kill shot. John Conley has just walked in here with a large wad of cash. I'm assuming
so I think we're getting a payout. Yes.
Yeah, look at this.
Are you guys St. Jude's?
He's tantalizing us with this wad of cash. Thank you very much, John. Coin money.
And also X-Wingo.
Unfortunately, he is blocking the way to the door, so if I did want to grab that cash and run, I wouldn't make it very far.
And John is much larger and stronger than either of us combined.
That is true. Well, stronger anyway.
Yeah. All right, so
I've been in a good hockey fight, boys.
Speaking of donations here, this is the campaign against cancer, so John's collecting money from the coin and X-Wingo donations here at the CAC location, but you can also donate if you'd like to at bit.ly/CAC Denver. That'll take you right into the link. Here comes.
So here we have Ketsu braving the bomb. And Adam's mom has sent an email with her donation.
Okay,
we have a $60 donation from Ingrid Katnick here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yep, surprise things will be happening now. A 3-hard turn from Ketsu.
So here we have the contraband pop from Bossk in order to take a 0 stop.
And is he going to take a
focus?
No, that focus comes from Outlaw Tech.
Oh, focus from Outlaw Tech, so probably a target lock.
And here's the target lock on Captain Nym.
I support that decision because I think Ketsu will probably get a shot on Miranda here, depending. So if he can pop the concussions off on Nym, splash damage onto Miranda, and then take a shot with Ketsu.
Now here comes a second bomblet. So this actually might be very, very bad. If this second bomblet is able to catch Ketsu as well, then Nym and Miranda could kill Ketsu before she gets to fire. Exactly.
At the very least, I would definitely be popping the countermeasures and second glitter stim at this point.
100%. Yeah. And here comes Miranda just going right in. Is that going to hit the rock?
I think he just barely misses it.
It looks like to me that he just barely hits it.
I guess we'll... Oh, yeah. I see an overlap. This could be the end of Miranda.
This could be a dead Miranda here.
This could be a dead Miranda.
Is a hell... Now, John is in the room with us. If a rock kills Miranda...
I will give the rock a prize.
He will give the rock a prize.
John will give that asteroid... who does that rock belong to? So that we know. I see paint.
It's a focus.
No
damage. No damage.
And we see Duhtch giving the die a thank you kiss. Unfortunately, that means
that should be no action right there because he does not. He did in fact clip that rock. Yep.
So no action for Miranda there, which is really unfortunate because I think Miranda's best chance of surviving would have been to slam away so that Ketsu didn't get a shot.
I agree. Now Nym's coming in right here. Looks like he might be going for a harpoon missile shot on Bossk.
Yeah, for sure. But
I mean, unless Ketsu's within striking distance after those bombs, right?
Yeah, we'll have to see how the bombs end up. Ketsu's taking at least 1 damage from Sabine and potentially 2 bomblet rolls.
Right.
So this, with perfect rolls, or I guess imperfect rolls, since Paul is the one who has to roll them, he could take 5 damage from bombs here.
All right, it's going to be, speaking of bombs, here it comes. Both of those bomblets are going to go off against Ketsu right there. We definitely see the range 1.
So here they are testing, or checking range to see.
We got a judge call.
We're waiting for a judge call on whether this bomblet is touching or is in range of Ketsu.
John is coming out. Now, while they are judging right here, reminder, bit.ly/CAC Denver, bit.ly/CAC Denver, get your donations in, get those Legos, get those raffle tickets for the X-Wing canvas print, which you will be able to see. That bomblet has
Bomblet
been
was
judged
just
as just out. Incredibly lucky for Paul right there. He's taking the roll. One hit.
One hit on the second bomblet, and almost certainly a damage from Sabine.
Exactly.
And there we go. So that puts Ketsu at 3 hull.
Which is within striking distance
definitely
of
within
TLT.
striking distance.
Did she take an evade? I can't see. It looks like she might have just... because that target lock would have come from K4. He is popping the second glitter stim. A
and
good
probably
call.
countermeasures as well.
He's not going to be dropping a target lock off of that. Do you think that's the right time?
Extra, I think, honestly, what's the better choice? I think having 3 agility against 2 TLTs for the round would definitely be beneficial. Yep, so we do know that Bossk dropped his contraband cybernetics. We see a glitter stim, but no countermeasures from Ketsu here.
Yep.
I don't know that I would have done that. I think I would have taken the countermeasures, but
I mean, if he can avoid 2 of those two of those TLT shots, he'll be fine. And the one from Miranda at least is going to be unmodified. Here comes the console fire, no damage.
And here we have 4 dice.
Harpoon missile shot.
Yep.
Target locking. I see 2 paint. We'll see exactly what that is up in the dice cam. So he is actually not going to be firing at Ketsu with his TLT. So he's not going to be taking her out. So Ketsu is safe.
Good for Ketsu. Bad for Miranda.
Yep. Guidance shift will change that to hit, crit. Big harpoon missile shot. It's obstructed. Does Bossk want to spend that focus right there? Just take a hit and a crit?
I think he...
Honestly, part of me thinks he does.
Yeah.
He is spending the focus.
Because he's got the guidance chips on his concussion missile shot here.
And Dengar, too.
And
yep,
Dengar,
he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll be fine with that, but I think he just needs to take as much less damage as he can.
And it sounds... There is another console fire on Bossk here, so I think some actions are going to... Oh, well, he's not going to have an action for a little while.
Yeah.
But
Bossk is burning.
Yeah, this is now a race against the clock for Paul here.
Yeah.
Or a race against the fire, I guess. It's
Yep.
like those
Harpoons
scenes in a movie when you see...
Miranda as well.
Harpoons from Miranda.
Now, Miranda
I think this could very well be the end of Bossk.
Now, Miranda has no shield to spend, so this is just going to be a 4-die harpoon shot.
Yep, and no focus to use here either.
Yep, so
this
it's just
is
going to be a target
solely
lock and no
modified by the
guidance
target
chips.
lock. Spending the target lock, so that's at least 2 hits here, and I see 2 more dice rolling. Yeah, Paul needs to pray that one of these is a focus or a blank. Otherwise, I see 1 blank.
I see hit, crit.
All right, depending on that crit, Bossk could go
Well,
down.
the harpoon condition is going to go off, so he needed that evade. He needed that evade. Harpoon goes off, does a total of 4 damage to Bossk, and that is the end of Bossk. That is bad.
That is
really bad. Some good maneuvering from Duhtch right there got him in range of, or in an arc of both harpoons. And now if Ketsu rolls poorly... Miranda could survive. Well, she's got target lock focus. She's not going to roll poorly. But at the same time, Ketsu's still within striking distance of a couple of turns of Captain Nym.
Yeah. This is not looking great for the Bossk Ketsu here, but
right.
I've seen worse situations come out on top, so.
Range 3 unobstructed.
Here we've got the dice rolling. I see 2 hits, spending the target lock.
And there's the third. So that's a dead Miranda. He only has 2 greens.
Yep, for sure.
All right, there is only 2 damage on Miranda, and Paul is the winner of the first Miranda bounty of the day, killing that sucker. There he goes. There he goes. There's Miranda. Now, a 3-hull Ketsu versus basically a full Nym. He's taken, I think, 1 shield?
Yeah. My money's on Nym
1 or
here,
2.
but we'll see.
Yeah, mine is 2. He still has a proton bomb left.
He actually should have
3 proton bombs. Sorry, yes,
left.
3 proton bombs left.
So,
and 1 harpoon missile still in the can.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think Ketsu. What pilot is this? Ketsu is not taking any bomb damage this round, which is good. I don't see any world in which that happens. But...
I mean, we could see a 2-turn and then a genius to discard
does he
that.
have genius?
He does have genius. He could discard that proton bomb that does not have extra munitions on top of it, fling it forward with trajectory simulator, and maybe catch something.
Yeah, you cannot use genius and trajectory simulator together.
That is true.
Was
that was
recently.
FAQ'd.
Yeah.
You're right.
So it would have to be a very well placed genius drop for Ketsu to be taking any bomb damage this round.
So what do you think that Nym's course of action here is? Is he just going to go straight forward or turn out to the left a little bit, or is he going to come in?
The only way he's not hitting that rock is with a turnout to the left.
I don't know. I think he might be able to clear a straight.
I
maybe
don't think a straight would clear that, but so I think maybe just brave the rock and try to keep your TLT range.
Right. That was incredible. I just want to say how incredibly unlucky that was for Paul right there to just get.
That really was. This would be a totally different game if he had rolled one evade out of that.
Oh yeah, and grabbed that concussion missile off against Nym.
Yeah. Well, rolled one evade and then not gotten a direct hit. But
well, no, it didn't even matter because he got 3 damage from that. The harpoon kit went off from the previous shot.
Had he rolled one evade, then he would have taken a hit, crit, harpoon would go off.
He would have taken hit, crit, harpoon went off. That's 4 damage. He would have killed him anyway.
Hang on. No, because he rolled one blank on that.
Yeah,
it was
so he took 4 damage.
Crit. If he had rolled one evade, he would have.
Y'all in the chat know exactly what.
You're wrong. You're wrong. Anyways.
Yeah. No, we're
hypothetical doesn't matter here, but you are wrong. For the record.
Anyways, chat say to 5 straight from Ketsu. I'm not sure if I agree with that. Now, if Nym does turn out, that'll be fine.
Well, even if Nym goes straight, he could just be hoping to get the range 1 shot here.
Right, that's true.
Push as much damage in as possible.
Right. But
the problem is that a 5 straight will absolutely result in a genius drop from Nym.
Right. The other thing is, Ketsu might need to bank slightly to the right there. Of course, he can't win the TLT battle. He's got to get into primaries and put some actual damage in against Nym.
Yeah. Here we have a 3 straight, and that is green because the Shadowcaster goes fast.
Shadow faster.
So there's the K4 security droid target lock and a
Arc is pointing pilot left, and there's an evade.
And there's an evade action.
Nym is in fact going to go straight.
No, he is dropping.
He's
trajectory nimulator-ing.
Here comes the proton bomb,
and that also confirms that I was correct. A straight maneuver puts him over that rock.
Yeah. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one.
Yeah, so he's definitely looking. I mean, it's going to be really hard for. Oh, and here's a bump.
Oh, hang on. That is going to put him squarely in both of Ketsu's arcs at range 1. Here comes a tractor beam onto the rock.
And a shot.
And a range 1 shot.
This
could be what Paul needs to change the game in his favor.
So I don't know if Paul was going for a block here or if it was just a happy accident. But
happy little accident.
Yeah, but it definitely works out in his favor.
100%. That is excellent. Here's the tractor beam, rolling Nym right back there onto that rock.
Oh yeah,
that's damn good. And Nym actually also does take a stress from that.
This is pretty.
There's Ketsu coming into her own. Will we get any rock damage?
Now I know that we're supposed to remain impartial and not root for anyone.
We do have 1 damage from the rock.
1 damage from the rock. And a range 1 shot from Ketsu with a target lock.
And yeah. All right, and if the all right, looks like we get only 1 crit right there. That's not great, but the reroll could be fantastic.
I see at least 1 blank. I see
hit and 2 crits.
Ooh. So
2 shields and a crit. No evades rolled because he has no evade dice. What is that crit? A console fire.
Console fire onto Nym.
Revenge. Some console fire revenge. And this. All right. So now we have a 3-hull Ketsu and a 4-hull Captain Nym. What do you think about this game now?
Well, if we're being frank, my money is still on Nym because of the placement of that proton bomb. But
Do you think Ketsu could clear a 3 hard right turn and get out of range of that proton bomb?
It would put him out of range for sure. I don't know if that puts him in the best position for the future, but but
That's
it would
true.
definitely put him out of range of the bomb.
I think that's where he has to go.
I think
he
so.
Can't
If
take
he
that
wants
proton
to,
bomb.
if he wants to keep a shot, if he wants to not get hit by the bomb, I think that's what he's gonna have to do.
Yeah, I think he's got to take that chance.
Yeah, he's
and
gonna
then
have to
swap
move.
the
He'll
arc.
get his target lock back with K4, and then he's gonna have to move his arc to the back.
That was a really damn good block for Paul right there.
Yeah, that worked out so well for him.
Yeah, I agree. We got some from the chat. The 3 hard is the only way to avoid the bomb, but it is a bad move.
Yeah, I.
But it's the
feel
least
same
worst,
way.
I guess, because anything else
There
is
is
going to
no
hit the
good
bomb,
move at
right?
this point, I think.
Yeah, and then if Duhtch sees that and curves Nym just kind of hard in, kind of towards that bomb, maybe a 2 hard turn, then he can get in maybe even behind that arc.
Yeah,
unless Paul plays that game too, thinks he's going to do that and swaps the arc backwards.
Yeah, so but here's the big problem, which is I think Nym definitely
There's the 3
gets
hard.
a harpoon off here.
Yeah, well, unless he doesn't, he's got to clear that stress to get the target lock.
Right, which I think he can do pretty easily. Ooh, it looks like that lands him on the
rock. That is rough.
That is really not good. And I see no damage at least, but
a
no
possible
action.
a possible rock damage is and no shot. I mean, that stinks, but it's still better than taking a
he
guaranteed
does still get his
proton bomb.
K4 security droid target lock because that is not an action,
Yep.
which is good. I see a 2 bank to the right from Nym to clear that stress, and he will be taking a TLT shot here.
Yep, I think so for sure. Now that rock has just put it right back in. So see, has just put it right back in contention. It's really interesting. This game is swung.
If Ketsu manages to survive this, I think she's gonna move off to pilot left and just try and reset, basically.
I think she's got to move to pilot right, try to get around a little bit because she doesn't have a great avenue to turn in right to pilot right. I think she's got to move off to left.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Okay, now that bomb is going to go off, but I don't think it's to hit anything. There's countermeasures. She's just getting that target lock off. I'm not sure if I like that.
Yeah, I think I understand why he did it. I think.
Sure.
No damage from Nym's console fire there.
That's right. He also has a console fire.
Yeah, that's the only console fire on the table now. After,
There's a TLT, a hit and a crit coming in from
and
that
here's
TLT.
3 dice coming from Ketsu now.
He's thinking, what's he thinking about? He has no target lock anymore. There we go.
He's
There's
thinking
a hit
about
and
if
crit.
those are the right results. And I see some paint.
But I think there's some focus. She takes 1 only
Takes
in
1.
2 hull. Now within striking distance of that TLT, I'm not sure if there's anything that Ketsu can do here. And 2
I
more.
See 2. Here's another roll and
he she takes it
evade
again.
Focus. Yep, I think that is the swan song. I think Ketsu is probably done.
Down
this
to
next
1. I
turn.
mean, that was, now that I see that was a good call, popping that countermeasures for the 3-die defense.
Yeah,
but,
but
at the
it
same
just
time,
didn't work out.
Yeah, it was a Hail Mary. Now it, of course, a good shot from Ketsu could bring it down, but she has to survive that TLT first.
Yeah.
And without another Glitterstim, without another countermeasures, he has to get extraordinarily lucky.
Yeah, this is it's definitely going to be I will be amazed if this works out in Paul's favor.
But he's going to try. There's the 3 hard turn off to the left.
Yep. Looking to regroup, come back in.
Just give it a shot and then evade.
And here is a
Nym is chasing too
turn
hard.
Left. And I suspect flipping that console fire over.
I would think so.
Unless Duhtch has done what I always do and forget. I have
Well,
it.
he didn't put a crit token out, so he might.
Yep.
Flipping console fire indeed with a system open damage deck. Looks nice.
Pretty.
There's Miranda Nym out of here. Now, Duhtch does have, even if it did go to time, Duhtch does have the advantage here, so Paul can't, play the time game either.
Right, because Duhtch wins by 2 points if the game ends. If the game were to end right now. But,
No, Duhtch wins by like 30 points. Because Duhtch just killed Bossk and taken Ketsu down to half
points
health.
on Ketsu.
Yeah.
I forgot about the half points.
Yep.
Yep.
half point.
All right, dials are set. Here we have Ketsu with a 3-something.
Nah, it's just a 2-something. It's
Two
just a
straight.
2-something. Probably gonna
It's a
swap that
Shadowcaster. I
arc to the
expected
rear.
a 3-something. And probably an evade for safety.
Or swap the arc to the rear. I'm not sure if Nym can get close enough.
I don't need that.
And here we have a 2-hard left from Nym with
Chasing. No, that's
Yeah.
good. He's
Nah,
coming in
just-
on the side of Ketsu right
Oh
there.
yeah, no,
It's-
that's the right move. I just don't know. Barrel roll for the action. All right. I was just saying the action didn't matter, but then I forgot it had a barrel roll.
yeah, it's got a barrel roll.
I always
Because
forget it has a
of course
barrel
it has a barrel roll.
roll. Of course. Nym.
Nym. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Back to Dials X-Wing stream here at the Campaign Against Cancer in Denver, Colorado. We are at the Wizards chest today watching Paul Fuller and Duhtch Cuthbert duke it out in the final rounds of the first round of the campaign. Well, the final turns of the first round, even if I said that very poorly.
Yeah,
it
you guys
still
can't
makes
hear
sense.
it, but Adam is laughing at Ace's wording
Hysterically. I
here we have
hate
a-
myself right now.
I
Here-
hate yourself too, Asa.
Well, that's just normal. All right, here comes a three hard turn and an evade, and the 4 straight from Nym. Just going to try to end it here. I think that is the right call.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, is he going to end it with a harpoon missile or with a TLT or a primary? He's got a lot of
One of
options.
those things. He's going to end it with something.
Is he in range for a target lock? Not quite, so it's going to be one more turn before he can end it. I think this is the right call. Barrel rolling backwards to preempt a cheeky block attempt
Yeah.
from Ketsu. I think that's
Yeah,
also the
absolutely.
right call. Fool me once, shame on me. Now, that console fire flips, he won't be burning down anymore. I think we're just going to see maybe a slower maneuver right there. 3 hard turn coming in from Ketsu. Try to get that primary weapon shot and do some damage if she gets extraordinarily lucky. Looks like just a slow maneuver coming in from with a trajectory simulator. And that'll
So
put
that
it in.
is-
That'll put the last damage in because he does still have that. Darn bombs.
And they're just kind of guesstimating where that bomb ends up.
Because it's
that's
gonna
it.
kill it. And here comes Nym with a 1 straight forward, and that once that bomb goes off, that will be game. There they go.
And there we
Duhtch
go.
Cuthbert coming out with the win here on the first round of Campaign
That
Against
was
Cancer.
an amazing game to watch.
I think that was very interesting. You see some of the positional play that really does come into play against Miranda Nym.
Yeah,
how
absolutely.
quickly those ships can actually just go down when they actually get some damage put into them. And a lucky block from Paul, almost turning the game around.
Yeah, and then an unlucky defense roll from
a lucky
Bossk.
block,
Yeah.
unlucky rock.
Yeah. Well, that and the harpoons against Bossk taking him down.
In fairness, Duhtch did play that very well. Now, thank you very much. This has been the first round. Second round is going to start probably around 20-25 minutes right here. We will put the exact time up on the interstitial screen. Thank you for tuning into the first round of the Campaign Against Cancer in Denver, Colorado. I am Asa.
And I'm Ben.
And we will see you for round 2.